this is a big one.
We'll burn it down. Burn it down. These streets of gasoline. Take this match from my team.
Rambo has landed. All right, look, we talk everything physical media here on BluTeeFul. I guess Film Plan, we talk everything movie. BluTeeFul, we talk everything physical media. Something for everyone. Tell your friends. So I was really sad I missed out on the giant metal box steelbook edition of this, which I've got my hands on this one now. I think I like this one more, the overall packaging. I'm not going to go into, like, there are extras on here and all of that. But with this release, I want to talk a few things. 80s, 90s action. Like, if you're searching out channels like this, you know about 80s, 90s actions. You know about the glory days of Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Willis, the B tier, Van Damme, the C tier, D tier, Michael Dudikoff. Probably all of that. But if you're just stumbling across this, maybe you're just getting into physical media because those folks are out there. The numbers show it. Largest year for physical media since, 2012 or something last year? I don't know. I refuse to Google it again, but I remember it was impressive. That era of action, I think we're starting to see some of it come back. Alan Richardson with the Reacher TV show, War Machine film on Netflix. I feel like you're going to see a little more of that. Atkins has done some great work on the B-movie scene, but just never quite broken through. There's been some great martial arts films that have found success, but that next big era of action stars where you can make a film for 20 to 40 million and it's turning 120, 160, 180 million every time. That era is gone, but I feel like it's about to come back. Physical media has been dropping tons of releases from this era, from the Schwarzenegger collection, the Willis collection. Stallone is now getting some love. And Rambo, like almost any joke about the machismo of the 80s, 90s action male hero, it's Rambo. I mean, the muscly shirts, the ultimate flex while holding heavy guns and shooting at things, the headband, it's all Rambo. Check it out. Got the headband right there. Before I get into the film itself, I want to talk the packaging for this release because it's unique. So, looks pretty cool, right? That's pretty awesome. However, this is a drawer. It doesn't come out. One of the things that's a pain is they didn't put a lip on this lid to open it. So inside here, you kind of have to flip it open. And then inside, you have your actual film box. I mean, that's really cool. I like the packaging, but the problem is that, one, this lid is a little annoying to open, and two, if it closes while this box is out, so say you pulled the box out to watch a movie, you set the empty box on the counter, this lid will actually fall inside this, and there's nothing to pull it up. I had to use a knife to pull this lid out. It's just a really silly idea. So I don't know. I think maybe eventually I might put like a little cloth latch or something, which I shouldn't have to alter my physical media packaging, especially at this price. I just want to say, one thing I do with physical media here is I talk a lot about what's in it, the quality of the packaging. I don't go into full unboxings, things like that. Even that deep dive into kind of what's in there is probably a little more than what I do, unless I absolutely have to share something with you that I just think is a really cool, unique feature. But I like to save a lot of that unboxing joy for when you first get it and you open it, and I mean, there's nothing like it. I have watched grown men smell a box. That's the good stuff. And if you get it, you get it. Physical media, vinyl collectors. There's people out there collecting VHSs. But this is a beautiful box. And retails for $100 US. Good old Canadian price tag for it. Not too shabby considering. So based on that $100 US, if you're Australian, we can kind of do the math. But it's a pretty reasonable price for what you're getting here. Box, a little bigger than your standard hard box from like an Arrow or what have you, a little taller than your Blu-ray, but looks great on the shelf. One thing I will say, and it's a little thing, but I've said it before, I'll say it again. This little Rambo here needed to be bigger, just a little bit more shine on it. Just on the shelf, looks a little dark. It's a silly thing. Drives me nuts. We could have easily made that giant on there and just would have been like you looked on your shelf and you're like, that shelf is owned by Rambo. All right, let's talk what's in here. All 5 movies. And a whole lot of features. I can't remember off the top of my head what they all are. I haven't gotten into them yet, but I have watched 2 full films and chunks of all the others to confirm the quality. These restorations, a few of them are, I believe, ground up new because there were some issues with some of the original 4K restorations. So you bought those steelbooks. I mean, they're really pretty. These look amazing. I'm sure the original 4K restorations did too. I'm not a nitpicker that notices some frame being off or something like that, although I am incredible at spotting things in the edges of shots. Can I say it's a talent? Rambo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they all look amazing. And some of these films, the quality of the locations they're in and the shots and the action. I mean, the death per film ratio, other than Rambo 1, which is made way more of like a tale of a man's return from war and his inability to kind of fully reintegrate into society and who's to blame for that, him or society. But after Rambo 1, everything is just murder, death, kill. Explosions, explosive tipped arrows, machine guns, helicopters, missiles everywhere. If you are a guard at any sort of facility in a country that Rambo is visiting and your hut is made of straw, you're gonna go boom. Rambo 2 and 3 were actually so popular that there's a singular film made just to spoof those films called Hot Shots Part 2. For some reason, there's a line from that film burned into my head. It goes something like this. Come on, I'm here to rescue you. To which Mr. Bean says, I can't. They've tied my shoelaces in a knot. Those bastards. I have no idea. All the years of crap in my head that has disappeared. That line and that scene rent-free. These films, if you're an action buff, if somehow you haven't seen Rambo and you consider yourself an action buff, your status may be revoked. These are top shelf 80s, 90s action films. Great budget, great direction, competent to surprisingly competent writing. You have Sylvester Stallone, who people forget is a really good scriptwriter involved in a lot of these films, taking real world things and working them into a scenario where Rambo can go and eradicate villainous folk. Stallone at the top of his game, just chewing scenery, and then after he chews it, he explodes it. The sound is phenomenal. Bass just blasting everywhere for explosions. You can tell that they've really put the time and effort into this restoration. Like I said, the packaging, it is really nice. It's a really nice box. It got the love it deserved. I know some people were upset that they did a second release of a limited edition packaging after the original sold out. You know, people, I don't have a problem with that. As a collector, I think that if anybody out there wants to get their hands on something like this, it's one thing if you find out about it like 6 years too late or something, like a couple of sets. But if you just miss out on something because it's sold out in 13 minutes, someone out there really is going to be like, no, you shouldn't have the right to have this because they're paying the same price as you. They love films as much as you. Get it on their shelf too. I actually got the original run of this, and then the announcement came out and I got bumped back to the August release date, and then it just showed up like a week after it was supposed to. I don't know what happened. I guess they were just like, hey, we missed that guy. He's awesome. We're all huge fans of his. Sorry, I slipped into fantasy for a moment there, small YouTuberness. For whatever reason, my friend and I have been watching these and the Rocky movies, and we've been having a great time going through them, just smiling ear to ear. I think you will too. Sitting down with the boys or girls or whoever you want to gather. If you just want you with the lights dim and fine glass of wine to appreciate the fine cinema of the 80s and 90s, then you, take your moment. Packaging, I'm going to give this a straight, do I give it a 5? I can't quite give it a 5 because you're not getting like the extra books and stuff like that, but I'm going to give it a 4.5. Packaging's great. Quality of the films and audio is a 5 out of 5. This is a great restoration from a company that clearly knows they have to care about it because fans of these films would have ate them alive, put the work in, and gave fans, I think, a really nice release here. So hopefully we get more of this. I would love to get like a Schwarzenegger collection. I know we only really have like the Terminator series as far as all these sequels, but I would love to get like a package set of some of his older films like Raw Deal and Red Heat and get those in a beautiful box. It would be awesome, but that's just probably wishful thinking because so many different people own the rights and all of that. Big ups to Lionsgate. This is a great set. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.